What is up, everybody? So I'm so happy I get to do more of these sparring videos now. Now that gyms are back open, we're allowed to get back to doing some training. I'm very excited. So today, got a good one for you guys. I've got myself and my student Michael. Michael's a blue belt with us. He's 16. He's actually been training since he's like 8 or 9. So he is pretty salty. He wrestles for his high school. So he's very good on his feet. He's got a lot of good jiu-jitsu things he does with his wrestling. He mixes it really well. So right there, Michael decided to sit guard. He tries to work a lot of jiu-jitsu when he's in jiu-jitsu class. My mindset of when I roll with Michael, especially me being his instructor, is I kind of want to put the top pressure on him. I really want to make him work from the bottom because he's so good and athletic from the top position. He can kind of get there at will with a lot of students, and I really want him to develop defending from the bottom and working bottom things like guard and butterfly and escaping. So I really try to put top pressure on Michael. So he did a good job at defending his arm and getting his legs back between us right here. He's trying to close up close guard, but I'm keeping his leg pretty stuck up there. He gets his leg back in, uses a butterfly hook. I back out. He does a good job at connecting to that collar and sleeve right there. It makes my life way harder. Now he goes for some De La Hiva. I'm controlling that De La Hiva hook, and then I do like a little X pass there that gets me around his legs. Now, I'm really trying to sit on Michael. He's pretty squirmy with his legs, so I have to really control his legs. I'm using the gi pant to control him. And then right here, he actually starts to attack an inverted triangle from the bottom. We actually talked about that right before class. I actually showed him that little setup, so he caught me in it, sneaky guy, but I got my arm out. So right there, a good way to defend this move is answer the phone like I'm doing and wait for the moment. So I waited for the moment, and I was able to slip my arm out there. That prevents him from being able to lock the triangle. So now here I have his arm isolated to the outside. This is my favorite attacking series, a little split control or crucifix, and have him split out. I step over, and now I move into an arm lock. So right there, Michael was trying to bridge, and when he did that, that let me step over his arm. And because I have his arm trapped, I go into kind of a reverse arm lock here, arm crush style position, and that forces him to roll. So now we're in this turtle arm lock position. Right now, my foot is over on his hip. My other foot is on his shoulder. I'm trying to lock in his shoulder position right here. So watch what I do. I slick my foot in right here. I'm using my other foot to push space between his elbow and his hand. And then my other foot slides right in between right there. Then I cross him. So now I'm almost into a triangle position. And then I lock up the triangle right there. So now I'm in a good triangle. It's kind of catty cornered. It's off to the side. But you can definitely finish triangles from here. You can also set up some arm lock attempts depending on what they give you. So I'm in a pretty good place right now. Michael's kind of in a bad place. I'm really putting him here in the deep hole. So he's doing a good job defending. He's kind of got a smaller neck, so triangles are a little bit harder to get on him right here. So I decide to bail on the triangle and I roll him. I flip him through. So right there, I sit up. Call this the handstand, where I can either push up. Sometimes he falls backwards and I'm finishing a mounted triangle, or sometimes you roll through right there and now we finish in an arm lock position. So now his arm's pretty stuck and he taps to the arm lock there. I think I asked him if it was an arm lock or did he tap from the choke, and he said the arm lock. So now we start up. He does a good job. He passes through. I'm keeping that ankle trapped right there. So I'm trying to work some half guard, not letting I climb the leg up a little bit higher. Half guard is about the battle of the knee. Got to keep that knee trapped. So right here, he baits a pretty good little Ezekiel. It kind of catches me off guard. I really wasn't expecting that, but it's pretty hard to finish from that half guard. So I defended and I sat up and I got a really good hip wrap on him right here, and I have his leg really trapped. So right there, what you guys couldn't see is I shoot my underhook and I wrap his back pretty tight. I have a very good half guard control on his leg, and I'm grabbing his knee pant. I'm grabbing right at his knee on his pant. Then whenever I turn to my knees right here, I pull his knee into me, boop, right there. And that really puts him on his butt. And I think his toe kind of got caught, or his leg got caught underneath me. That's why I kind of made that face, but it's all right. Michael's a gamer. So he's using his squirmy little legs to get inside there. He's very good from the bottom, especially for having a heavy wrestling background. He likes to play bottom, especially when he's in jiu-jitsu. So he does a very good job getting his butterfly hooks in, pulls him back into his close guard. So now I'm just keeping my hands in his biceps. I'm just trying to make it hard for him to hit the grip that he wants. Really, in the guard, it's the battle of the grips. The person that wins the grips typically wins the battle. So I just waited for a moment to posture my head out. And now he has a hand on my collar, but I'm a little bit more okay because I'm postured. So I'm not as worried about it. I'm keeping his arm pinned. He's doing a good job right here. He's going to try to shoot for an arm lock. He goes for a collar choke, but I was able to dive both my hands under and go for a step over pass into a backside pass. So right here, he sits up and looks like he's trying to go for an arm lock. Then he changes his mind. He wants to go for the X choke, but then I shoot both my arms in between. He tries to go over and he really goes for the choke. I pin his leg down. I start to hug his head and I just start to collapse him. Then I windshield wiper my foot over and I pass through his legs. So from there, I even step over and I try to threaten the arm lock from this position. Like I said, his legs are pretty annoying to deal with. So now he's kind of getting a little tired. He's getting annoyed. He wants to bridge and get out. Like I said, my goal is just to keep him pinned, keep him stuck. Kind of wanted to work from the bottom down there. So right there, he does a really big bridge. And he may have had it if that was his size. But that's what I'm trying to show him is that, he needs to work on some other escapes besides just using his athleticism. So he tried to use his athleticism there. But because I have his arm trapped, when I start to recover, I push him back down. And now that allows me to step over his head and threaten the arm lock again. It's probably one of my favorite arm lock setups is just hugging that arm and doing a quick step over. It's a very skillful move. It makes them really respect the arm, and then it gets me into a better arm lock position. So a lot of times I don't even want to finish it right away. I just threaten it into this better position. So he's doing a good job. He's got his figure 4 defense. He's got like a rear naked choke defense on his arm. He's trying to use his legs to try to turn on top of me. That's why I'm hugging his leg. I'm trying to prevent that for as much as I can. Keep my head close so I don't get kicked in the head. And that's it. Timer's up. So thank you guys. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.